Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sussex Saturday on Monday. Just a quick little chit chat. You know how we do since I'm off, these past few Mondays. But hope you're having a good day thus far. Hello to everyone. Please be sure you hit the thumbs up. Thank you. Nor the Stock Explorer. I saw your message as I was going down the comments that you had shared me out. If anyone else is able to share out or spread the word, please do so. Tell everybody to come on in. They might have some fun. All right. Those in the clouds, hello to you. Space Station, hello to you too. All right. Now, let me just get on into it because I don't want to belabor the whole the day here. All right, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. And just to drive the derangers crazier, I wanted to share this picture of Harry and Meghan at a happy time before they were married, and they're still like that. I also want to let's just say, let me get on into pre-trash time. Let me look at the comments quickly to make sure I'm not missing anything. Annie, you're too funny. She's like, I'm waiting for trash time. Ooh, priceless moments. All right, so first things first in pre-trash. So Royal Suitor had shared out this article. It was archived, so saves on clicks and all that stuff that a lot of these people try to get around and get their money for. So I'm thankful that Royal Suitor did this. So in quotes, when national fairy tales are challenged or proven to be untrue, it breeds grief, denial, anger, and bargaining set in. Rarely does it breed acceptance. The balloon popping of national fairy tales usually ends with the reaffirmation of the fairy tale. So, just kind of putting into perspective, I just pulled in, if you're on the app formerly known as, or I'll try to get the link if anybody really wants to kind of read this article, but to me, it was just nice to see somebody is giving some credence to the monarchy is a dangerous British fairy tale. Yes. When you're only going to see people that look like those two people pictured. Okay, now, since there's been much to do about Harry and Meghan, more so than the author and more so than that family, because all spotlight needs to be on that family, in my opinion. But an alleged squatty, and I put it alleged because I was like, okay, maybe it's just me, and I'm just gonna move on and share the comment. So a squatty did share out, CT was on a broadcast. I do have that coming up in Trash Time, where she's saying basically they hate Americans. The royal family is anti-American. So it has nothing to do with Meghan being, biracial or whatever. And I have a bridge in Brooklyn to sell you. But anyway, so this, I said alleged squatty. Maybe many Brits agree with her. Sometimes I wonder if Prince Harry might have gotten more empathy and support from Brits if he hadn't moved to America. There's a generational hatred of Americans by some Brits stemming from history and war, but they sure love American money and lifestyle. So I paused because I was like, racism is everywhere, you twit. So it doesn't matter where he would have moved his family to, which, you know, um, allegedly, per all the articles ever written, cosplay was trying to have, them shipped to Africa. And you should get the connotation from that. And if you've been around for a while, which I don't think you were, this person that did this comment or tweet, you would understand that, Squad was going wild at that time, just saying, how dare you imply that the biracial um, member of that family should be sent to Africa. Okay. With all the other countries in the world, especially Commonwealth, but reeling it in because we're not even in trash time yet. A squatty did reply and said, the people that hate them for moving to America hated them already for something else. If they moved to America and struggled financially, like Fergie did, no one would mind. The problem is their wealth and celebrity in America, which gives the family little power over them. It's like, hello, do not everybody puts their thinking caps on in the morning. So we'll be getting into more in Trash Time on this particular about the financial, because of those memes that were put out. I'm going to be showing those again. Okay. So, yes, some squatties have been having fun. Annie, you had mentioned this pre the stream starting. And I wanted to put them in pre trash time because they are hilarious. So, this one is regarding space. And since they want to put out the headlines, which we're going to discuss about, I did talk about this probably yesterday. Harry being snubbed from some wedding, which there's a lot more information that's come out about that, but nevertheless, here goes one for space. William snubbed. The Prince and Princess of Wales not invited to Beyonce UK premiere. Again, it's a haha, it's a meme, but there's some truth. I would have thought they would have been trying to break their necks to get there, but and there would have been plenty of pictures if they had been. Okay. This collage, since you want Harry snubbed, here's some reasons why Harry is snubbed. Woo. Now, Harry is excluded from moon landing Now Harry is excluded from Santa's ride. When I say I was laughing so hard this morning, now Harry is excluded from White Lives Matter event. Now Harry is excluded from Super Bowl whatever number because I don't do the Roman numerals. And now Harry is excluded from what is that? Bagliaga's? Oh, fall 2024 fashion show. To see the pictures that go along with this, yeah, because I just noticed who was on the runway. Keep having fun, squatties. Keep having fun. So let us go back and look at, again, still pre trash time. We're going to get there. Discussions about how dark Meghan's baby might be. Now, this is a takeaway and I guess a recap of the Oprah interview, which was in March 2021. Can we all get a grip? Okay. That family lost their minds. You know, Space was sent out there to say very sternly about them not being a racist family, as if anyone believed that poop. But okay, just because he likes to play in it. Okay, I just had to get that out. Okay, I know we're not in trash time. Y'all forgive me. All right, let me go on and read this. One of the biggest allegations from the interview was that there were several conversations within the royal family about how dark Meghan and Harry's baby might be. In those months, and this is a quote, in those months when I was pregnant, there were concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he was born, said Meghan. She said the conversations were with Harry, who relayed them to her. So all these headlines out there running around saying Meghan's putting this on them, and blah, 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 blah. The information was relayed to Meghan. She just spoke what was relayed to her. Harry backed her up, and his reaction was so vitriol that he was like, he won't even discuss it. So, and Oprah, being the interviewer that she is, she even backed off. She knew the deal. The ginger was not playing. Okay, so there's over 117 comments. Woo-wee. Let me let me just go and take a look and see, make sure I'm not missing anything. If it's just hellos. Um Church Nelly, that one. Whew, I love the squad. Cutie one, how are you? Um, yeah, we can have fun too. And it is hilarious. I will tell you that. Anna says they hate us because we are outspoken. Well, I mean, there was a war. They act as if there wasn't some grand war now, unless people are lying in our history books, which we know they do lie about the history, but still, grand war. I mean, they made a big deal when Meghan was walking down the aisle to say that she's stepping over the king that lost, okay, to America. So, yeah. Church Nelly, you in your bra now? I'm seeing these comments. I'm not putting that up there. You are in rare form. Everybody, she's feeling so much better because she's in rare form. Rare form. Please stay that way. I hope you know. Phew, Church Nelly. And now I have to sit here and scan everybody's comments because, y'all start going. And let me see. And have these evil people ever stopped and think of their own DNA? I bet they will find some black in them. In them, yeah. But they wouldn't disclose that. Jesus, no, they would never disclose that tidbit. No, 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 no. But it's common sense. I mean, obviously. Let me behave till I get into trash time. Okay. Elaine, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you are feeling well. Thank you for the love that you drop upon me. You're making it rain, kicking it off. Here we go. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so very much. Was just taking a sip of my tea as I was getting started. Here we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, Lottie, I'm glad you put it in such a sweet way. Church Nelly is just fresh. Yeah, you put it in such, we know what the old folks meant when they said you were fresh. Mhm. Or smelling yourself. Yeah. She's feeling good. I'm happy she's feeling good. Hey, Elle, how are you? And that's the most important thing. Okay. Um, if I haven't yelled your name, please don't be offended. I'm just, I call it Tourette's, but it's just when I'm scanning the chat, I see certain names, I'll yell them out. Um, all right, let me come back over here. Get into what we're going to get into. Y'all already know. hmm Y'all are already there. So, without further ado, it's your favorite time, trash time, trash time, trash time. Whew. Where do we start? Where do we start? Okay, first up is somebody by the name Trevor. Let me look at his name, Phillips. Okay. Who, since he has an OBE, and y'all understand what that means that are in the royal watching arena, so to speak. How do you know what anyone expressed concern? The Duchess used the word. The Duke did not, and he heard what was said. Um, anything, there's Uncle Tom's everywhere, anywhere you look. It seems that at one moment he was saying this racism would block British Barack Obama. So one moment he was saying this. And I guess someone said, oh, we must give him, was he knighted or something, OBE? We must give him this. So then he turns into, oh, no, they couldn't. She said it. It looked like he would have backed up Meghan, just from the standpoint you would have backed up Meghan. But we see from what eyes you are kissing. That must be a requirement to get that thing that you got to kiss a lot of ass. So, um, for those that will be seeing him around the holidays, watch it because you never know where those lips have been, or we might guess. All right. Anyway, we know what she said, and I read it for you. hmm Concerns and conversations. Harry relayed that to her. Concerns and conversations. He refused to speak on them. He never said that's not what was said. Okay, Trevor. And he got chin checked by several squatties, but you have to be on the app formerly known as. But anyway, so this is only here because it applies to how they want to see Harry. So squatty, um, in response to one of the many crazy things that are out there, said these were the cartoons released the week they stepped back. So January 8th is when they made the announcement of 2020. April 1st, I want to believe, is when it was like the official quote. It was supposed to be a year of review, but that's when that started. And they finished all of their already scheduled engagements. So the further removed they remain from these images, the longer the hate will persist. People loved watching Fergie beg and scrape and finally end up back in Andrew's house. That's the blueprint H&M are supposed to follow. Many of us said that before. Someone did bring up, and here's a better view of these memes that were done. Remember, when they stepped back, these were released out. So here's one. Can you spare a few pounds? And, the guard is like, Harry? This one is, it's pretty bad. But let me take my banner down because I think it's blocking. So, multi-million pound TV deals, you said. Remind me once again how this happened. So puts them out, you know, off the grid, I guess, and living in the woods. And this is what they expected. Just stay with me for a moment. You've seen this one because I shared it. So, you know, having Harry at McDonald's, although in the Commonwealth, so it was in Canada, to make it sting a little more as he gets money with his grandmother's face on it. But nevertheless, so in showing that and, you know, how they wanted him, because they really didn't want Meghan or the kids to even come back with him. When the security was removed, we all know King removed the security from them when they were in Canada at the time. And, you know, just so happened that their location was released too. Not that he thought anything bad would happen, did he? But with removing the security, which is millions of dollars or pounds a year, that was to kind of prompt some of this. Drive them into, because what money they had in their accounts, because, you know, he inherited some from Diana. He's even stated that in the docuseries. That is what helped them for short term. And then, you know, never bringing in Meghan's, because of course Harry, being the man, felt that it is his responsibility. Nevertheless, thank you, Tyler Paler, for providing the Freedom Flight. Nevertheless, so yes, this is what they would want, and they want him to come back and be like Fergie, toe sucking Fergie, who, more than likely, I'm sure any thing that she wanted to get involved with, any business or whatever, I'm sure certain palaces probably had a little hand in dabbling and making sure that wouldn't happen. With Harry, not the same. Harry was known outside of that family. Invictus and just Harry's spotlight. Like he would engage with people. He wasn't stuffy. Have a stick up his arse, enjoying it. No, that was space. Okay. Nevertheless, let me get down to this crazy heifer here. So I'm going to be playing a clip that was shared out on the app formerly known as, but it's like 44 seconds. So I'm going to have to interrupt here and there in order to, you know, not have issues. So let's listen to what. Now, keep in mind, she's part of the Rhoda, for those that aren't aware. Her initials are CT, for those that are aware. No need to even say her name. But we know she gets briefed. And it's just kind of odd that they're taking this angle of anti-American as if that's better than racism when both are disgusting. Okay.
Operating in a silo, that they weren't consulting the Queen, and that they didn't think that they had a future within the family. My perception of actual palace behaviour, and bear in mind I'm probably closer to this story than anybody here.
She has to toot her own horn. Yes, she does. I'm probably closer than anybody here. So she's sitting on a panel, and you'll see a screenshot of that, but this is her close-up.
I speak to the people that I speak to, and I know people who are very close to it indeed, is I haven't heard any semblance of racism in the tone that is being expressed against Meghan.
Now, CT, you haven't heard any tone. You wouldn't know what the tone was if you heard it. You aren't exactly the person to really be speaking to it. As if you're really going to say, ooh, they say she's a ninja, and I'm just using that word. Y'all know the words that you use over there. I refuse to say some of them. Okay.
Has there been a degree of anti-Americanism? Yes.
Has there been a degree of anti-Americanism? Yes. Why? There's no reason. You're going to use history and wars? So y'all still mad that ancestors lost wars? Get over it.
Has there been a degree of misogyny, not least with this blaming of Meghan for all of it and not having Prince Harry be held responsibility for part? Yes, there has been.
There's nothing to hold them responsible for. This is the whole key. They weren't briefing against themselves, you twit.
But nobody from the palace has expressed anything about the fact that Meghan is a woman of colour.
Yeah. We're really going to believe that. Not. So, a squatty put it really good. There she goes with the same argument. Meghan was not a victim of racism. Yes, she was a victim of misogyny and anti-American xenophobia, but racism, no way. What is it with the Brits? Racism seems to be this thing like, oh, it's like the third rail. Don't touch it. We are it, but don't call us that. How dare you call us? Call us misogynist. Call us anything but. So you want to be known as xenophobes. You want to be known as misogyny, and all of that can encapsulate racism. You twit, CT. Okay. So let me look at this one. Okay. Mutual friends coming up with this shooting party, and I don't know if you all were familiar with that story. I believe CT was behind this one. That, you know, Meghan, talking about Meghan and Sandringham yelling and screaming at people. First of all, that's not even her character. Like, let's get it straight. That's not even her character. Even if it is about number 45, that was not her character. But, you tell on yourselves when you do stupid like this, because in Spare, what did Harry say? He said Willie needed to finish packing and we needed to go. May gave me a kiss and told us both to have fun on our shooting weekend, and off she went to spend her first night alone at Not Cot. So I tend to believe Harry. She wasn't even there, but y'all have it that, she was yelling and screaming, even though it was Tom Bauer. It is relayed by. But that's fine. CT, this one here that prefer to discuss misogyny or xenophobia lodged at Meghan, but oh no, not racism. They've come up with a new one, and I think it is absolutely hilarious. They're desperate. That family is very desperate. We are going back to 2018, pre-wedding 2018. There was a joint engagement that Harry and Meghan, Space and Cosplay did when that Fab Four monarch was created. Here's a picture. Look at what Meghan is wearing. And we can clearly see, Cosplay was trying to hold her man down with that third baby. So now there's all of this stuff coming out. CT again. That although some believe the royal sisterhood broke down following a tearful row over a bridesmaid's dress fitting for Princess Charlotte in the run-up to Harry and Meghan's wedding in May 2018, that royal foundation formed a significant pinch point. At the time, the beast from the east, isn't that something, was sweeping through the UK, leading the freezing temperatures, heavy snow, and heavy winds. Royal aides were therefore surprised to find Meghan had dressed in a summer dress for the summit, as Kate was 7 months pregnant with Prince Louis at the time, opted for something rather conservative. So because of weather and a dress that Meghan, a free woman that's allowed to pick what she wanted to wear. And we do know that under those lights, See, she does have a knowledge. Under the lights that throw heat, she wanted to be comfortable. When you're doing a lot of talking, you can get hot. If you're just sitting there with a dumb smile on your face and barely can get a sentence out, yeah, and although pregnancy does usually, you hear pregnant women say that they're hot, just hormones, they're hot, you chalk it up. Although I will say, since they're so worried about the dress, Megan's length covered her legs. The Pregos did not. Is that royal protocol? I mean, you know how she likes to flash folks. But anyway, let me. It's just the lunacy now. Now that we're talking about a dress back in 2018 that upset her or something. Come on now. Or you're that desperate. Okay. So, Royal Suitor put it wonderfully. So I had to. Mm, yeah, CT with this scandal. Just think someone on Kate Middleton's team told CT this story because that is the only way that that would have gotten out. That's the only way that that would have gotten out. Camilla heard it and said, yes, this is what will make Kate look good in the moment. Then, even after typing it out and reading it, she still hit send. Like, they are their own worst enemies. They really are. Like, a dress. And I don't even remember hearing anything about Megan's dress because to me, all I heard was the Fab Four, the Fab Four, the Fab. Oh, they're going to make a brilliant Fab Four. Of course, hearing Space's comments during this, he was a nasty SOB even at that point. So let me keep on moving. So, Snubgate. So, I believe it was yesterday I went through this. The Duchess, RN with her exclusive. It might have been Sussex Saturday. I don't even remember which day. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex will be excluded from the Duke of Westminster's wedding because of the royal rift, blah, 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 saying it's a blow. So there were headlines, how Harry is excluded from Society Wedding of the Year, which going back to this collage, which was just perfectly suited on all the other stuff that Harry was excluded from. Um, we come to find out, like people were saying, hey, RN, how did you find out? Who told you who was Archie's godfather? Because the names of the godparents weren't publicly released, from my understanding, not that I've ever seen. His might have been the only, so if he was a mutual friend, I doubt he really is now. So this big snub that's supposed to be the wedding of the year, blah, 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 blah. Well, seeing this on Celeb Bitchy, I was like, I bust out laughing because mostly all of Squad was like, what? Hugh Grosvenor, if that's how you pronounce his last name, won't invite the Sussexes to his June 2024 wedding. So 6 months out, we're starting this whole, they're snubbed. Desperation is real in that family. The desperation trying to deflect everything. Oh no, we not racist. We just, here, use this story. Don't invite him. I guess, Space called, don't have him on the list. And then watch them not even show up, but nevertheless. 6 months out and they're writing stories. Okay. And so as Squatty has said, the way they threw this out throughout this story, I thought the wedding is next weekend, which I was believing too. I'm like, wedding of the year. Okay. This is 2023. We only have weeks left. A whole 6 months away, and they choose to say it right now. They must really be desperate. And they are. You're releasing something. Well, it really was. I think it was November, the end of November, but on a wedding that is in June of 2024. Never even knew there was a wedding. Okay, so be it. The bride and groom can invite whom they want. And I wouldn't say that people are necessarily snubbed. There was a lot of people that weren't invited to Harry's, although they thought they should be. All the Rhoda thought, they were going to be up in the place. Mhm. Woo. So, continuing on this book, we see the palace crisis, which again, I mentioned this. Sue. Go ahead and sue, since you've said that's not something that royals do. Um, Although you got involved in the Daily Mail lawsuit that Meghan had, but go ahead and sue. But this was released on November 30th, 2023. Mm. Desperate measures to get Rose Hanbury affair rumors out of the press. Prince William's aide. So they're regurgitating some stuff. I thought there was a gag order. So y'all are affirmatively saying there was an affair, although you're saying it was rumors. If it's truly rumors, would you really pay much attention to it? I don't think so. But um many of the derangers we know look at Kate as their Aryan queen or princess. And this person truly came on out and said it. So let me drop the banner so that you can read this crazy comment. So this is just a screenshot that was out there. But this person has said some kind of nasty things, like the blacks, Archie is this and that, and the blacks need a savior. Squad was giving that person a few heat. I just reported it. So this one is, I didn't see this response. If I had, I would have reported it too. Kate, you are beautiful. Hugs and kisses. The blacks are showing their true color. But don't racists attract racists? Hmm. And then they leave those crazy comments, because I know if we go through KP's social media, if they haven't started scrubbing those comments, although I know Squad has screenshots, we can see quite a few of those hateful and disgusting comments that you never took down. And we have to wonder why you would never take those down. But if you do it now, we'll know. You're trying to cover your arses. Now, thank you to the squatty that tweeted out this screenshot from IG, that someone who was so in, just rah, rah, rah for cosplay suddenly has had an enlightenment with the racism. Don't get it, don't believe it, but okay, if they want to say that. So they put up on their IG reel story, um, and y'all can see who the account is. At certain junctures in our lives, we must assert our beliefs and take a stand for what we hold true. And so this one is saying, say no to racism. Allegedly, they have a biracial child. So you were cool with all this other crap that was being done and said about, but suddenly they mentioned that she potentially is the racist. And I'm being nice by saying potentially. And now you're, I can't. So this person is stepping away from this account, and someone else is going to do it. Now, if you really were standing on your true soapbox, that you would have just shut the account down. But hey, it is what it is. But all of you that are royal family, that family, and the ones upholding it, the Rhoda, y'all gonna look like this when the lady in black gets done with you. And she's coming for you. Yes. She's going to ride alongside Santa, checking his list twice and make sure she gives a little oomph to it. Okay. All right. Those are all the items. I have over 200 and some odd. So let me jump in at a certain point. Connie Palmer. I see your name, so I know that you're here. We have to. Yes, that's true. She is a liar. Hashtag. Tiger. CT, the woman whose head takes up 1/3 of her body height. Whew. Lord of mercy. Y'all, Mm, too funny for words. Benjamin, think it's several million, not a whole lot of for someone of his stature, but it's significant. Um, yeah, but imagine if you, so let's look at it. If you have, say you have 5 million and security will take up that, and you don't have resources coming in to buffer to make sure that your account doesn't just drop every year by 2 million and then you're stuck at zilch or negative. Yeah, they wanted him back. I mean, we already know that that was their intention of trying to drive him to his knees. Harry said, fuck that. Okay. Hmm. All right. Let me see something. Vera, CT is the head of a racist foundation called Heritage that has been harassing Prince Harry visa issue. Oh, the Heritage Foundation here in the U.S. I didn't know she was involved in it. That doesn't surprise me, but yeah, that's kind of craziness. Hold on one second, everybody. I apologize. Sorry about that. The timing, the timing of phone calls. Let me see. CMAC. Y'all, if y'all are on the app formerly known as This Is a G, where I saw two of those. And I had to share them, CMAC. Let me see. She did no favors with anti-Americanism tying Kitty to Trump. Well, do. Well, I mean that. Yeah. I got to take a sip of my tea on that because the mindset that to think that misogyny and anti-Americanism is better when all of that is, racism is wrapped up in that. Come on now. Although she's sitting on her arse, so that is her brain. Okay. Let me see. Traditionally, those idiots are desperate. They are really pulling things from their ass. Yeah, they are. Hey, Joseph, how are you? Hello, dear squatters. The haters are losing their ever-loving minds. They are, but it's like it's I don't know. It's like a fast-paced tennis match. You're going from this side to that side to this side to that side to this side to that side, and like they come up with even foolish, you know, excuses. Deflection. Just make the announcement about that particular couple. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Make the announcement. Y'all gonna try to drift through the holidays? Mm, we can see how joyous they are to be together. And speaking of joy, thank you, Joy, for the super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is for you. Sing along, everybody. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Thank you so much, Joy. I so appreciate it. All right. C-Mac. M lived in Canada. I'm sure she knew how to dress for winter. Thank you. And we've seen her in winter boots and coats, but how she entered mind you, they're not walking from outside in. They're usually brought in, that type of thing. And I don't really think it was that type of weather, but hey, who am I? But to focus on a dress, 2018, like really? Seriously? Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. Annie, hi everyone. I'm here but not feeling well. Ooh, feel better, Annie. I don't know what it is. Don't wait too long. Um, get checked. Please, y'all, please. Anna's like, who gives a rat's tail? Certainly, wait. Didn't Hollywood elite snub the Successes too? Yes. They're bad at snubbing, but yes, they did. Benjamin, how do we know he didn't speak to already? And Harry said he couldn't come. Too many made up stories. Yeah, well, they throw it in a hat, shake that hat up, and then whoever, they take turns picking. It's almost like that white elephant, at Christmas time. Ooh, I like that story better. I want that story. And then they keep going around till, everybody has a story and then they go from there. That's what it gives me the feels for. So Kim is saying, Squatty, 6 months from now, Harry and Meghan will have won 7 awards, make TV appearances. Archie and Lilibet will be having a photo shoot saying there are the royal babies of the century. Well, geez. I'll always say that Archie's introduction to the world was very royal. I mean, within a palace walls, etc., which had to be done for safety reasons. Hello, racism. Um, and noticed all the focus, if you even want to think back to that point, everybody wanted to see his face. Everybody wanted to see what it looked like. Nobody was screaming and shouting that when cosplay came out the doors on the steps for those other 3. Okay, now I'm going to move along. Y'all chew on that. C-Mac. And M goes out to get groceries in the local Montecito supermarket, becomes the hottest place on the planet that day, child. I'm sure what was that? The food market. They had the little farmers market. They had that out. Yeah, I'm sure they got a lot more traffic and people with cameras ready for the taking. Mm-hmm. Dorothy Ross, the royal family has no intention of Harry and Meghan to be happy from the get-go. They never stood a chance. Hence why they are thriving as they are. Their love just gets stronger. And the ish that um, I'm sure, I'm just guessing now, that Space got into and got caught up in, that, the maggot, aka Woot Woot, probably has on video. Mm-hmm. And who cares that they will be married and divorced in no time? I hope the bride drops him at the altar. Gee, will it curse? I'm gonna have to start. Whew, okay. Hey, Luis, how are you? All right. Tiger, in 6 months, Harry will be working, so wouldn't be able to go. Willie can go to that wedding because he's a lazy, work shy loser. Well, I mean, all he's gonna do is rush cosplay right through the receiving line like he did at the most inopportune and time at the royal wedding in the Middle East. Yes. He was rushing her along. Stop talking. Let's go. Let's go. Lydia, yeah. Not the blacks. Yeah. hmm Person was getting chin checked all over the place. I just like to report and keep it pushing because. All right. Marvin is saying, just saying, Mrs. VS, allegedly, Rosie's daughter is the second Princess of Wales. Rosie needs to get in line appropriately, take a lesson from the Khan. I'm not saying anything should happen to the current Khan in waiting, but just saying. Mm-hmm. And then, she's setting up all of her family members, sucking those taxpayers dry over there. Pun intended. Okay, Annie, VS, I'm black. I can't get much truer than that. Oh, Lord. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. It's just, no, we don't need a savior. Archie, it's poetic justice in the sense that Archie and Lilibet look as they do. DNA, all of that stuff plays into it, but still, The ones you were so worried about. Yes. Gwen Hope, pegging William drop, clueless Kate, neither are worth a damn. Well, they're probably in it to win it, until the end type of thing. In it to win it. And unfortunately, those people last 3 weeks and up in divorce court, and I hope the bride strips everything, including his pants and well, I be dang Anna. Just tell us how you really feel. Whoa, she's a little upset with them. Yeah, it's just now for the future bride and groom, and y'all allow yourselves to be used like that, you wusses. Okay. Mamo, how are you? Harry is not a Christmas butterfly or a puppet anymore. If they wish not to invite him with Meghan, no worry. Harry's a man of dignity. Yeah, exactly. They've been to weddings before together. Hmm. Coughing fit. Okay. Uh oh. Okay. I had to scan this one before I put it up. Blue Truth, racist. Camilla and William now. William must show Kate more public PDA. Woo. I guess, KC3, I have to do the same for his. Go figure. Ooh, ooh. Joyce is saying nobody knew. Oh, wait a minute. Nobody been know who this Duke of Westminster is off that island. Didn't know. Don't care. But hey, he's getting married in 6 months. Ooh. Anna, I'm not putting that comment up of what you agreeing with Blue Truth, but I am not putting that up. Yes, Benjamin. Heritage Foundation, I'm reading this comment now, is far right wing and racist. Yes. And they just seem to be overly fixated on Harry's visa versus all the other folks that have come into the country. Who knows what they put on their visa applications, if they even completed one. And we know that many had drug usage while here in the US, so who cares? Excuse me. All right. Hey, Deb. Hi, everyone. Been listening in the background. This is my first opportunity to jump in. Oh, well, thanks. I'm glad you're in the back, in the clouds and all, Church Neil. Anna, I'm shocked, clutching my fake pearls right. Yeah. Anna, the few of y'all are really like, wow. Maybe I need to rethink on having trash time. Maybe not every day and just go back to Thursdays. Phew. Masters, they should have, they should just gone on here and put out the whole affair. Whoop, on William and Rose. Stop trying to hide it when there are no William and Kate going to. Yeah, I mean basically, because the Rose is cosplaying, cosplay, and I think that is hilarious because it's like whew, the depths of the craziness. Lola is saying, yeah, Kevin Roberts is the head of Heritage Foundation here in the U.S. Yeah, to that foundation. Hmm. See, Mac, the black delegation derailed their plans to make him come back. The rats, yes. I can't. Okay. um. Oh, Rafaela, I'm glad that's the finger gesture you made. Thumbs down. You already probably know which finger gesture I would make, but I don't have to jump. I don't have time to jump over to the YouTube side just yet to do that. We'll let it go. Matthews, they be running over here in America, trying to make some money, even though we have the money. They are pathetic. Yeah, but they leave tax bills. I mean, I guess that was their anti-Americanism, not paying when they run up a tax bill for what? Security? What? You remember that Earth snot thing that happened in Boston? Wasn't that Boston? And they left the tax bill. We know how they feel about paying taxes. Oh, and speaking of this, I think it was Oh, it was another one of the Rhoda talking about paying taxes, like basically saying Harry should come back because he wouldn't have to worry about paying taxes. He'll have to pay taxes in America. Y'all are so desperate for him to come back. Never happening. He'll come in when he needs to come in for the different hearings when he so chooses to. Y'all won't know till you see him at the courthouse. That's the most beautiful piece ever. Mm-mm. Lola, Earl Spencer visited Harry and Meghan in California recently. I'm taking a sip of my tea. I believe the aunties have been. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I saw something with the aunties had visited. His uncle visited? And Eugenie, I think. I haven't seen Tongue Ring and her former rugby husband. I haven't seen any hints of them being there. Let me just move on down here in these comments because y'all, let me see. Oop, I'm almost on an hour. Y'all know how it. And I thought I was going to be off of here within a half hour. Hey, Kevin, how are you? Tuber chat, word up. Excuse me, y'all. Anna via Speaks. Oh, my finger goes up easily, not afraid to. I love y'all. Y'all are like on one today. Uh-oh, I see something. Lorna, thank you for the super sticker. Now, what is she saying? Spotify just cut 1,500 jobs. Source, CBC News. Oh, isn't it something? Hmm, that is something. Mhm, mhm. But and then I'm going to play this for you because you know this is for you. Let us all sing along. You're making it rain, 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 rain down on me. Mm. Isn't she beautiful? Mess with folks if you want to. Thank you for that news. Tiger. Earl Spencer is the upstanding Charles. Chucky 3 is the useless one. Well, I do have to now go look and see if I can find if there's any visual evidence of that. that that speaks volumes. That's all I'm gonna say. Cookies and cream, the Underroyals are too pathetic and racist to realize this whole situation is bad luck globally for them. They're doing everything possible to keep from apologizing, acknowledging they were wrong. Exactly. If you just say that, it will go away at some point when many of us get done in deciding if that apology is really sincere or not. But I'm just saying, but you deserve all of that and then some. So, Sonia, Spotify, the black lady won't stop until you are gone. Woo. Ooh. Okay. I am nearly at the 1 hour mark. I'm going to pull up my outro music. I do hope that, I wasn't too all over the place. Sometimes I feel like I'm all over the place when I start getting into, discussion items. But, John Jenkins, there you go. Happy holidays, VS Speaks Royally. Her Royal Highness Princess Meghan, or I should say, their Royal Highnesses, Princess Meghan and Prince Harry, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, are maintaining a dignified silence, loving each other. Mm-hmm. Yes, they are. They are loving each other. I mean, the haters have to realize if it was about a title, she would have been gone when she walked in, not caught, because, yeah, let's just move on from that. Love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up if you didn't already hit it. Um, we will be chatting again tomorrow, Talk Tuesday. Then again, since I've talked with y'all so many days so far in a row, y'all might be tired of me, so we'll see. Um, but in the meantime, in between time, please take care of yourselves. Please, if you're in large group settings, wear your mask. And we shall be chatting soon.